Alright, welcome back everyone. Today is another trade recap from the 12th of November 2025. So you can see I've already marked out market open with these vertical lines and then hourly highs and lows. Nasdaq high, and a low here, and then two lows stacked up nicely here. Similar for ES, high, low, and then two lows stacked up. These two lows on both indexes stacked up is a pretty strong draw of liquidity for market to come down towards and sweep it out, which you see it has. So from market open, we go to 5-minute chart. We get a massive dump straight off open, as we can see here. Literally the candle, market open candle, it just dumped. There was no news or anything, so no one could have predicted that, and I'm not sure what happened there. Nasdaq dumped, ES dumped as well, but it had a heaps bigger retracement compared to Nasdaq. Had no retracement at all. So at the moment, it's swept out hourly lows here, another pair of hourly lows here, and at this point we're waiting for a break of structure, inverse fair value gap or an SMT, as we can see here. So the 5-minute time frame and wait for confirmation, break of structure, inverse fair value gap or SMT. We get nothing from here on ES or Nasdaq. Actually, sorry, after these candles here, we have a bullish SMT where ES hasn't swept this hourly low just yet, and Nasdaq has. So at the moment, that's looking okay, that bullish SMT, and then we can go and look for a fair value gap or equilibrium. None of those happen. Dumps even more, coming down to sweep out these strong draws of liquidity on Nasdaq. These two that are stacked up nicely, and the same thing goes again on ES that hasn't swept out those two strong draws, so it's another bullish SMT here. And then we can look for a fair value gap, break of structure and inverse fair value gap. And as we see here, this sorry, there's a tiny red candle here which creates a 5-minute high up here. Nasdaq breaks structure on that. From there I went, and there's no fair value gap, so I went and marked out equilibrium. From this low up to this high, it gets hit quite nicely. However, when we scale down to the 1-minute chart, there ends up being no break of structure to the upside or inverse fair value gap. As you can see here, it comes down into equilibrium, and it's just choppy as shitty as price action at the moment. This candle here was looking like it was going to break structure above here and here, and then it came down and closed as a doji. Get nothing, dumps again, taking out the daily lows. Same thing is happening over here on ES. Where are we? 150. ES ends up taking out these two strong draws of liquidity, which gets rid of our hourly bullish SMT, and it just keeps dumping shitty price action. And right around, where were we? Right around 2:30, I went to bed and just turned the charts off for the night. As you can see, looking back at it now, I'm happy I didn't take a trade, because it just dumped off the bat, no news, nothing. And then I saw the break of structure, I was waiting for a 5-minute fair value gap or equilibrium, that got hit. However, there was no break of structure to the upside or inverse fair value gap. So overall, happy with that session. Glad I didn't take a stupid trade that wasn't sticking to my strategy. And yeah, tune in tomorrow for the next one.